apocalypse is coming. Are you scared? Are you prepared? The masses are running, frantically running from their fears, running with their tears, running from their lives, running from that dark shadowed creature that hides deep inside.
Hello, hello, hello. We are on the air. And I wanted to just talk about, very briefly, about this record here. I was at this store and found the speeches of JFK. Originally, I was going to play them, but couldn't find my record player's power cord. It's a double album, 4 sides. Right? And it includes such great hits. And this is amazing, like how they made records of this guy's speeches. All right, so you get Kennedy filling out nomination papers for Congress with Secretary of State Cook. All right, you have all these things here. Campaign. There's a memorial album of his most famous speeches and comments by Barry Goldwater, Adlai Stevenson, Vice President Johnson, and Sir Alec Home, and Pope John the 23rd. The Pope? I guess this was released after his death, because it goes into the speeches. Side A, pre-election speech of Senator Kennedy, oath of office, presidency, inaugural address. We had the speech in Houston, Texas, newscast of assassination. Wow. Eyewitness account assassination, Ambassador Adlai Stevenson, Senator Barry Goldwater, General Dwight D. Eisenhower, Prime Minister Sir Alex Home, His Holiness the Pope, and Lyndon B. Johnson. A lot of different speeches there. And you have JFK's speech in Houston, Texas. Eyewitness account of assassination, Ambassador Adlai Stevenson, Senator Barry Goldwater, Prime Minister Sir Alex, blah, 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 same shit. All right, and side 1, pre-election speech of Senator Kennedy, oath of office for presidency, inaugural address, presidential press conference, JFK speech on space flights and the Cuban crisis. Then the hits keep coming. So we are Sunday morning. It's the 41st episode of Bronx Heroes, more on comics. And I just got to say, it's been a long haul. It really has. Oh, yeah. It's been a long haul. It has not been an easy ride this year. It takes a great amount of work to organize this and put it together. And thankfully, with Miguel's grace and patience for me and my dysfunctional way of disseminating information, man, oh man, it's just totally. Sorry, I'm texting on my own show. It's been a challenge this last few months, but making it work, making it happen, trying to bring you the best that we can bring you. And I just wanted to address something the other day. Well, a while back, a friend of mine had started talking to me because of my political views. I don't really have a political view. I just kind of say whatever's on my mind. It's like, and sometimes people think I'm a little too far left, and then sometimes people think I'm a little too far right. But I mean, that's who we are, right? we're diamonds with many facets and many opinions and many we see things in different ways. And I don't think that's different from anyone else. So I think that's how I see it anyway. Um, so today we got Samurai Elf. This is Miguel's books. We don't really talk about Miguel's books. So when he comes on here, I'm gonna give him a short little interview about these. But and here he is. Hey man,
Yo, what's up?
tell us a little bit about Samurai Elf Volume One and Volume Two.
Oh man. Oh, you dug those ones up, didn't you? Yeah, I hardly ever promote my stuff anymore. Yeah, those two books came from. Well, one, I wanted that actually Samurai Volume One is my first comic. It was like a. Well, I did do another smaller comic called
Right,
Shadow's Edge.
right.
It was just like a zine thing. I didn't even sell it to anybody, but that one is officially my first comic.
Very cool. What year was that?
2006.
Right.
And it's basically about in this world, they don't know why, but somehow every X generation there comes into being on this planet Tyr someone who holds this uncontrollable power. And this young man Arden, it happens to be the last of the elves.
Mm.
And the world that he lives in, he's unaware because he lives in the woods, is actually divided, and it's being gobbled up by this army called the Horde. And the Horde are trying to find out where this young being, this elf, and they believe that he might actually be the one, that it actually might be the one who ends up being this not a chosen one, but a gifted one, sort of thing.
Mm.
And they try to hunt them down because the leader of the Horde, Mopt, wants to harness his power and wants to eventually use him as a weapon. So what happens is he's trained by Master Dwarf, who is on the opposing side, not telling him all the stuff that's happening. And there's going to be one more volume to finish up the series.
Right.
And the series should finish up with one more volume, but it's not going to go where people think it is, because my whole thing has been actually back then I was thinking of fascism in 2006. Yeah.
You got the Bill Bixby ending with him walking away. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah. Well, and then the
That's very
second
cool.
one is color. The first one I did all grayscale.
Was that originally printed and colored in grayscale and then
No, I grayscaled the whole thing.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because I at the time I didn't know if I was good at color. It's been something that I've been sort of like working on, and I always felt it was my weakness. So I decided, let's do this in black and white.
Really good.
Yeah.
You thought this was your weakness? You're well balanced, actually.
Yeah. We all have our weird quirks, right?
Very true. I always tell my students, as an artist, you'll always hate your work. You'll love it when you're creating it, and when it's all done and you're like, it's all finished, you're like, oh, what the hell? And you just see nothing but errors. I said, but you're going to create anyway because you're trying to communicate to the world.
Yeah. For me, it was back then. 2006 was delving into the idea of fascism, the idea of heroism, innocence, and the danger of innocence, falling into a world that's not innocent, and having ultimate power. And that's what the third book will eventually explore.
Right.
That things don't go the way you don't become Peter Parker.
Right.
You don't.
Exactly.
You don't. And I think that's what happens to a lot of young people who have grown up with the stuff that we create. And I mean, general we, of good and bad.
Right.
And they're thrown into a world that's very complex and downright parasitic. And it's very easy then to fall into the dark side.
Yes. Mitch McConnell's dead, so that's one parasite gone, and a lot more.
One vampire gone.
One vampire is gone.
One vampire gone.
He's been gone for quite a bit, though, if you think about it, right? His whole body, he's just like, he was like turning purple for a while. Then his mind. I mean, but then these are not progressive people. They're trying to keep us trapped in the past, trying to keep people under control.
Yeah, I mean, I like to. It's funny because right now, first of all, I did find the quote for those who were talking last week. Right. It was Pericles who said, "You either become interested in politics, or politics will become interested in you."
Right. Exactly.
So that goes back. That's an ancient wisdom.
Yeah. I mean, I was just starting to say, and then I got diverted when I opened up that, I've lost people that I considered friends on this because of my podcast and because of my views. And, it's just like, I'm compelled to do this. I'm not going to stop doing this. If you feel that, I've offended you in some way, I apologize. But this is what's happening to the world. We're the voice of Mother Earth speaking, right? I don't understand how someone can go throughout their lives ignoring things that are like dead in their face, especially with this current war, when you're seeing tanks on social media running over women and their babies popping out of their bodies. And it's not shocking, in the 60s in Vietnam, this photo of a Viet Cong soldier shooting. He was questioning a guy and shooting him in the head.
Yeah,
and that was
or the My Lai massacre.
Yeah, or the My Lai massacre. And now we're having My Lai massacres every day, and no one has an opinion.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like we've lost ourselves as a society to feel.
My question is, have we? Or have we been like this? I mean, for colonization to work the way it does,
right?
Like right now, I've seen a really sad argument going on online, and it's sad to me because there's a whole issue with the Argentinian team, racist stuff, racist fans. Some things being brought up about Argentina. There's a young black woman who came out, Argentinian woman, who laid out the history. But there's something that always bothers me is that we default to, well, it's not the U.S. racism. In the U.S., we do it too.
We lost another viewer.
What's that?
We lost another viewer. I guess we pissed off another person.
Oh well, it's not the southern racism, so we deviate from that, right?
Exactly.
We deflect instead of saying, okay, we got to do this. So there's sort of this whole conflict right now going on between Latin Americans saying the Black Americans are privileged for living in the imperial core, which is fucking insane. Because, as we argue, we're all getting and communicating with each other thanks to this thing called cobalt.
Right, exactly.
Which is being taken from Congo and African children. And it's this mad world. But how do you institute a world like this without there being some being desensitized? Exactly. How do you instill it? How do you create racism where you're like, oh, they're darker than me, I could shit on you, or I'm lighter than you, I get more privileges? It's this fucking vampiric pyramid scheme we live in.
It is a completely pyramid scheme.
And it's each layer, they create a certain level of desperation for us.
Yes. And
then we act out of that desperation to go along with it. But in the end, we're all feeding the same people.
Right. And they do that by fucking with the economy, right? Manipulating the stock market, which Trump has been doing since he's been in office. And obviously committing crimes that and then just saying it's not a crime. It's like, and then people that support the guy, which I don't understand, I think they're the epitome of why we need to be political, because they're so checked out, they don't understand what's going on, and they blame the wrong people. They blame the other side for what this guy is clearly manipulating our economy. Things are getting more expensive. You have the tariffs around the world. Now you have the shutdown. It's like, what makes you think Obama had anything to do with this? He hasn't been in office in 15 years. It's like, but they blame the black guy, right? Oh, it's Obama's fault. It's like,
people don't understand. Like, I'll give you an example. When I moved to Spain,
mm-hmm.
and now I live in France, but I lived in Spain for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who told me, "Oh, racism is over in the States." What the fuck you talking about?
Right.
Oh, you elected Obama.
So
now, I could have gotten really pissy and gone off on them. And then I sort of stepped back and I looked from the other side,
right.
their perspective.
Right.
It was marketing. It was a brilliant marketing scheme, especially after Bush. We looked terrible in front of the world with the Iraq War.
Right.
So you get Obama in, it was just like, hallelujah, we've seen the light, right? And everybody fucking bought it.
Yeah, but it was bullshit.
Right. So now he's playing another role. Let's blame him for a system that's been like hobbling on like a leg for a long time.
Right.
You know, he just managed it. Trump's just mismanaging it. But it's not even Trump's fault for it being like this. It's been like this for fucking forever.
Forever.
You know.
Yeah. But he is a disease-ridden. He's not contributing anything. No. Good. If anything, he's making things more difficult and much worse. I mean, did we talk about the parade last week with the 400 KKK members and stuff?
Oh yeah.
I mean that.
I was gonna say he's our shadow self.
Mm-hmm.
He's the country's shadow self.
Mm-hmm.
He's manifested. You know, he's a sign of the rot.
Yeah, exactly. You know? He is.
But yeah, we did talk about those dill holes walking around in there. They look like Cobra recruits.
Right. Yes.
It's like you're not fully Cobra yet, dude, but you got to wear this.
You're on your way.
You know, so yeah.
I think a part of it is, you know, we're in this culture. You know, we love comics, we love pop culture, but we're in this precipice where guys our age, you know, that's all they want to talk about. And it's just like, well, you know, there's more to the world than comics and entertainment. We have to actually look at, like, you know, like our fathers did, you know, like watch the news, be political, make a political action, you know, or do something for your community. You know, that was the whole reason why Bronx Sale started, is to be community based. It wasn't to sell comics. It was to do something positive in the community, so people could stop saying the Bronx is burning, you know?
Yeah.
For me, it's like, that's a political act. Everything that we do is a political act.
Of course.
Always been political. Superman fought the Nazis and Captain America fought the Nazis. But these dumbasses today, these trolls on the internet, oh, this is woke. Oh, this is woke. It's like, the fuck.
Well, maybe they're Nazis.
Yeah, right. They don't realize that they're the Nazis.
They're the Nazis, you know,
right.
Or cowards.
Yeah.
I mean, there comes a time, even good. There's a difference between entertainment and art.
Yeah.
Art, you can still be entertained, but walk away with a message. Entertainment, you just get entertained, you walk away with the entertainment you had. It's like having a decent, nice meal versus going on a roller coaster.
Yeah.
One's an experience, one is something filling and nutritious for you. And, you know, I know a lot of people might say, well, let's just talk about the World Cup.
Right.
Oh, holy shit. I'll tell any American out there, football has got to be one of the most fucking political games out there.
Right.
Like the World Cup lets you know every 4 years where everybody fucking stands with everybody else.
Right.
So maybe the reason we don't like and I'll use the American word soccer, is because it's too political.
Right, right.
Because oh man,
Right.
um, it's
The
very
United
political,
anyone that calls it soccer, the rest of the world calls it football.
right? It's actually a British word, by the way.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was something like because they used to call it Football Association.
Mhm.
British kids used to add er to stuff.
Mm.
They would shorten a word and add er. So instead of saying ass soccer, because it would sound kind of crude, they dropped the a and called it soccer. So it was
Ah,
the Brits who did it. We just took that word
kept
for
it.
whatever reason. At least that's what I've heard. I could be wrong, but
I didn't know that. I mean, talk about since FIFA's on, we'll talk about FIFA. But did you
oh
know
man,
the Egyptians and the
oh they
Argentinians
got robbed. By
not
the
only
way,
got robbed, but when they were actually at the checkpoint going in, the fans they only searched the Egyptians, patted
yep,
them down. Like,
yep. Did you
really?
see them throwing the beer at the Egyptians?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and meanwhile the Argentinian fans are out there going, "We're not racist, you n words."
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You're not helping your point. Yeah, no. At FIFA, I've always thought FIFA was corrupt. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I mean, someone made a prediction that this one team was going to win. I don't really follow it, so
Argentina.
maybe that's what they were saying. Maybe
Yeah, yeah.
this
No,
like this
everyone's saying it's
team's
fixed
going
for
to
Argentina.
win. Yeah,
Um,
a lot of these sports games are fixed. You know,
yeah. Oh
people.
no, but it's just so brazen.
Yeah,
It's so fucking brazen.
I mean that
Like,
guy yesterday. They were making red card after red card, and nobody gave him a red card. Like, what is
oh,
that?
my favorite. Someone actually called them Argent FIFA.
Argentine people, yeah.
It's like you're not just going up against Argentina, you're going up against
Yeah,
Argentina and
no,
fucking FIFA.
right. Like I watched that game yesterday and how they just scored those last 2 points.
They red card their main striker.
Yeah, it's like
It's like highway. It's like the
highway
Swiss man
robbery.
got robbed, dude.
That's like the mini me of Israel is Argentina.
They fucking hate it. But I'll be honest. I'll be honest though. I've met a lot of sweet Argentinian people,
Mm,
but I've also met an abundant of very arrogant Argentina people, like excessively proud. And I've had friends who are Black American who've traveled to Argentina.
mhm.
They've had their own issues with it. I'm not going to say, I mean, racism is racism. But on the other hand, I do know that there's a large swath of people in Argentina who are not in favor of what this idiot is doing in their country. So I want to clarify that. But unfortunately, their government is like
Right,
with Israel. So
right.
to the
Exactly.
point, I don't know if you saw this. Someone took the Argentinian flag, and instead of the sun, they
Mhm.
replaced it with the Star of David.
Oh, really?
And someone said, "Fuck, don't do that. Our megalomaniac is gonna like this idea." And sure enough, who retweets it? Javier Milei. I'm like, oh. So yes, yeah. If you're gonna follow football, it's gonna get political fast. It really will.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, I
know,
don't understand how people are afraid of their own government. It's like if you don't understand, learn it. Just like it's illiteracy is what it is. You gotta become literate in the
I
way.
think it's fear of losing their jobs. No, I'm serious. I'm
I mean,
serious. It's
for some, maybe I don't know. Maybe,
fear of like,
but
man,
why
I'm gonna
is that? This supposed to be like United States of America, right? Freedom of speech, blah blah blah.
always like that. I mean, like you go to after the war,
Hmm.
if you had left-leaning ideas, you were deemed a communist, and you got
Right,
blacklisted,
right.
right? So I think after many generations, they've sort of conditioned us
Hmm.
to just cow.
Yeah,
So
it's sad.
yeah, and it's sad that you're losing friends. I mean, it should be just kind of like, well, I'm not going to watch your podcast, but whatever, you know.
Yeah, they're like, why don't you just stop? Why don't you stop talking about politics and just live your life? I'm like,
Holy shit.
This is my hobby.
Well,
Everyone needs a hobby, right? This is my hobby, you know.
how did they think George Luke, one of the components to George Lucas's fucking Star Wars is about?
Right. Exactly.
Where they think he's talking about Republic and fucking Empire. And
Right.
I'm going to be mean. I'm sorry. I'm a Star Wars fan too, but I'm going to be mean. It's like kids' candy. It
Right.
isn't necessarily fucking Dune, right?
Right.
Star Trek, you know, all those old episodes and new episodes are all about like they end up in a whole all Nazi planet.
Yeah.
You know, one dude's black on one side, the dude's black on the other side, and they hate each other.
Right.
Like, and then they're like, well, shit isn't as good as it used to be. It's gone woke. No, it's gone fucking vanilla bland. That's what's happened.
Right.
It's got no balls. It doesn't,
Got no
or
ball.
ovaries, whichever organ you want.
They're
It
not
has
challenging.
guts.
They're not challenging the viewer. I mean,
No,
you
we're
look
not.
at a show like All in the Family. Now that Amazon originally had all the episodes, you could watch them, and thankfully I watched everything. And now they're censoring episodes. They removed an entire season, but you can't even
Why?
watch because
Without warning?
it's too political. Yeah, they just removed it.
You know what's really stupid about that? Actually, a conservative friend of mine had brought it up to me. You know, we can't do this today, and blah blah. I'm like, if you watch All in the Family, you had Meathead
Right,
who would check Archie, so you didn't need to have it one way or the other.
right.
It was like watching.
It's a debate.
It's a debate. You're seeing the debate that most families were having at the time.
Right.
You know, now it's just a friggin' like Sunday sermon. That's why people don't like it. You need a debate.
Hmm. And I know that when Roseanne came back, that show, she tried to bring that All in the Family flair to it, in like and it got canceled. It's like what? And granted, she is like very red, but it's still, I think, important to hear other views and personalities, and whether you agree with it or not. That's how we need dialogue.
Yeah, because at least we can say that's pretty stupid.
And as you know, you see a lot of these comedy shows like these, which people watch for news now. That's another thing. It's like, you know, Bill Maher is not a politician. He's a really shit comedian. He has
Oh,
a
big time.
show, but and then you have, you know, like the Daily Show with Jon Stewart, and more people are watching that than actually watching the news, or you know, or like it's just like they feel that they have to be entertained in order to watch the news. But even those shows are political and they're trying to educate you. But it doesn't really get to the meat of the matter. It's basically fluff. It gives people a superficial understanding of what's going on without really teaching them what's going on. You know,
Making them think, okay, this is all you need to know.
yeah. And I know this because whenever I'm talking, whether to my family members or to some friends, like, oh, you know, you're just a conspiracy theorist. It's like, no, man, this is a historical fact. Nothing I'm saying is a conspiracy. When you got the left saying you're a conspiracy theorist, and then you have the right saying you're woke. It's like I think
Dude.
the right is actually acknowledging that what you're saying is true, but I don't want to hear it. The left
Dude,
is
I heard,
fantasy.
I saw someone last night tell Black American online, they were South American, say that Black Americans benefited from Operation Condor.
Right.
And I'm like, are you fucking out of your skull?
Right.
Yeah, they benefited through crack cocaine and the war on drugs and
Right.
mass incarceration jumping up through the roof.
Right.
It's like
That
we
was
all
also
got fucked with it.
Sandinistas, right? That was
We
all.
all got fucked. It was just like, hey,
Mhm.
I happen to be in the imperial house. I'm going to be treated. I'm going to get the lumps too.
Right. It's like our government basically funded the drug epidemic to fund a war.
Yeah. While creating all these fucking dictators. And mind
Right.
you,
Right.
training those dictators at the School of the Americas.
Right. Exactly.
And
Right.
I'll have to say one thing. I love all the anti-imperial stuff around the world.
Mm,
South Americans have proven their thing with Che and Castro.
mm,
But one thing I will say about Africans that I have not seen from South Americans or Latin Americans,
mm.
Africans, when I've sat down and chat with them, they go, "Yeah, we know Europe is fucking us,"
Right,
and essentially, they'll kind of not really see the U.S.'s role,
right,
but we also know we got a bunch of fucking traitors over here doing it to us,
right, exactly.
and that's we need to have those
Yep.
conversations.
And one of those traders is ICE. It's just like,
Mhm.
put on a, how do you put on that uniform and not have a conscience that you're literally locking
Yeah,
up people in slavery into work camps? It's literally slavery. It's not even in itself.
yeah,
And
and
most of
child
these people
trafficking.
and child trafficking, and most of these people don't even have a warrant for an arrest. They're literally randomly going into neighborhoods and randomly grabbing people off the street.
Yeah, like they grab that
What?
nun,
Right? Like they grabbed that nun.
that
Why? Because she was
Nigerian
black.
nun.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised. Like a lot of people may be like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, they grabbed the nun."
Yeah. It's
Again,
like,
going back to the history of what we've done in other places, like in South America, I think it was either Chile or Argentina. We
right.
used to help with these flights where they would throw people out of freaking planes, and a lot of nuns used to get tossed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not conspiracy theory, that's fact. And because many of us in the global north, or whatever you want to call it, don't know this shit, and we
Right.
think it's conspiracy theory,
Right.
then we're surprised when that shit rolls out in our neighborhoods.
Right. Exactly. We've been doing this. That's the thing. The government's been using Vietnam, Cuba, all these other Afghanistan, Iraq. The fucking all those were like what boilerplate things for what they're going to do here in the United States. And now you see Israel and the United States jointly with the IDF being a big portion of ICE members with dual citizenship
And,
executing that.
and sometimes they do shit to us that they're like, yeah, I can't do it anymore. We're gonna export that shit. And
Right.
I think what people don't understand about who might think of the empire, a lot of us are region locked up here,
Hmm.
but we're dealing with an entity that, and I mean an entity, not as a demonic entity for anyone who might think I'm being Freemason or no, I mean like a organization, a crime syndicate that's borderless.
Yeah. This is the elite versus everyone else.
Yeah, we all got the same fucking vampire at the top,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
But hey, let's try to talk about how black people who are getting freaking lynched in the United States
Right.
have it a little better. Yeah, I get it. Favelas are fucking bad,
Right.
but we're all getting fucked here.
Right.
We might just get the iPhone.
There's plenty to go around. There's no shortage, right?
Right. We might get an iPhone, some few nice little clothes, but they're gonna screw us
Right.
too.
Right.
It's astonishing to me. And the infighting is what kills me because the solution is to recognize the problem.
Right.
Right now, there is a lot of sensitivity that, Black Americans don't know about the racism or anything about Latin America. It's sort of a deflection of saying, oh no, we're all mixed. Everything's good.
Right.
The fuck it's not good. Casta.
Right.
And you must have experienced it. I know I had a few run-ins with Latinos. I was born in Spain, so I didn't really have any fucking clue to this. There was once I was working in a store, and this white Mexican dude walks up to me. He's dressed to the T. So I knew I worked in selling designer wear, and I'm helping him. He didn't speak a lick of English, so I was speaking him in Spanish. As I'm checking him out, putting his payment through, he looks at me and he says, "Why do you speak Spanish?"
Mhm.
Not even like, "Hey, where are you from? Are you Dominican, Cuban?" And I just looked at him. I got a little indignant, but I didn't even understand the whole context of this because I didn't know anything about Casta. And I said, because I'm fucking born in Madrid. My mom's from Madrid. Like, our family's from there. And I could see him sort of deflate a little bit and go, oh. And it's just like, oh, this is fucking peninsulati crap at the top. Now I look back and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I've had Latinos tell me, oh, you speak that Castilian. I don't want to talk to you because it's proper Spanish. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We're just speaking. Like, I don't give a shit about any of that cash shit. That
Right.
cash shit's killing us. But
Right.
instead of, and this is something about Spanish culture, we're very proud. It's a very proud culture. So when someone says something from the outside that isn't part of the culture, or even within, we get very defensive. We're like, oh, it's them. As opposed to saying, yeah, that shit's real. Right? And we'll defend a stupid point to the fucking death.
Yeah.
To the death. And I think, you would know way more about the Puerto Rican and Colombian side, but I know this from Spain. And you're
Right.
just like, why are you fucking defending that shit? Like, don't you have any shame? So anyway, sorry for the rant because I've been seeing a lot of racism
Oh yeah.
online.
Yeah. Tons of stuff. And I'm barely following the football game. The only reason why I'm watching it is because of my son. He's all deep into it. But yeah. I mean, you should have saw we were downtown yesterday, and then the other day with Switzerland and
Argentina.
Argentina, but then also with Colombia. Yesterday was Argentina, the Colombia the other day, and everyone was like roaring happy. It's almost like what's funny, a white Americans take it as like, yeah, there's a white team winning. It's like they don't see it as Switzerland versus Colombia, like, oh, the light skinned guys versus the dark skinned guys. And it's just like, but they don't realize there's a rainbow of people in Colombia too. It's and that's what I find that's so ignorant of America, It's
Well,
like, when my wife's family first met me, they looked at her, they say, I thought you said he was American. It's that, right? So it's like,
white equals American.
right.
Yeah,
You know,
that's crazy. But I'd like to say that the outside world is the same.
right,
It's not. Like, we've had people say shit about the French team and
right.
Mbappe. Like
Mhm.
this lady in Paraguay. I don't know if you heard about this.
Yeah.
She went off on this racist rant about coconuts and him being raised by chimpanzees. Oh, it was just like so fucking over the top.
Jesus Christ.
So France had to step, and she said, "Oh, he's not French. He's a colonized Cameroonian."
What the hell?
And I'm like, that colonization thing, like Spanish didn't just pop up in Paraguay.
Right, exactly.
So Mbappe, which I don't care what anyone says, I'm very glad that he speaks his mind. He
Right.
literally called her out as a despicable woman who does not represent the Paraguayan people. The Paraguayan team was a great team. They did great. And she just digs in. She says, I grew up in a society where you could call en de mierda. I'm sure you've probably heard that before, right?
Mm.
And then people are defending, we're not racist. Dude, she just literally said you were a racist society.
Right. Was that the woman in the audience screaming at that player? Is that the one? It's like,
Oh, no, that was iShow. iShow was it was the Paraguayan thing. It was fucking nuts, man. I got to find it for you. It was just, and she's just like digging her heels. Now she says that her Instagram got hacked. And that's why all this shit happened. The government of France had to fucking step in. The UN stepped in.
oh my god.
So anyone that says, "Oh, let's just not be political," you're just not you're not part of the rest of the world.
Right, you're just not paying attention to what's going on.
Not paying attention.
Right.
Not paying attention.
If you guys want to make comments, it's on YouTube. I see that someone posted a comment on Facebook, but I can't read it because if I do, we'll have an echo. So please go to YouTube. Bronx
Let me
here.
see if I can find those comments because I'm sure I screenshotted it. It was fucking outrageous.
Yes.
I've been like, oh yeah, here we go. I think I got it. Oh yeah, she's a piece of work, dude. Oh yeah. I got it.
Send me the.
And then today, because fucking right wingers got to be right wingers. Spain's going to be facing off against France. So the former prime minister, the party that was founded by one of the fucking Franquistas, that's for those of you Franco's goon squad, said the French team is a very good team, but it's not really French. Oh shit! Oh shit!
I guess they haven't seen the population demographics of France in a long time. It's
dude, the population of Spain has a lot of Latinos, has a lot of black people. Two of the players, the star players, Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal, are both African. They're the star players, and they get shit on consistently. The only reason at this point that I'm supporting Spain is so that those kids, because I know what they're going through, I'm hoping that they pull something off to get the assholes off their back.
right.
Or else I wouldn't be supporting Spain. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this much. I'd be like, yeah. I'm gonna fire this off to you because it's outrageous. It's a lot of shit.
You're gonna do it on Instagram or Facebook?
Facebook.
Okay.
Let me see here. Yeah, so anyone who says any of that shit about, oh, let's not be political, you're a kid.
Yeah, it's like, come on now. It's
No. Oh man, that's the side. There's the sport of football, and then this other sport of football is the fucking politics. Oh, first one I'm gonna send you, you're gonna freaking laugh. This is the best. This is the best. This is the Argentina one I just sent you. You're gonna laugh your ass off. I was in stitches.
All right, let's see this. Okay, let me click on that.
Yeah, I know I'm excessively swearing more today than usual, but
that's okay. Is that we don't have a language barrier here when it comes to curse words. We love to curse.
Oh man, I know. I get out of hand with that shit. But
let's see this.
I can't help it.
Troll football. Go ahead. Let's see. Was it? Is that the? Can you see? Oh, it didn't show up. What's going on? Oh, hold on a second.
I got it.
Let's try that again. Try that again. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right, go ahead. You can read it. Is it a video?
No, it's just it's flags. So this total troll football, which are just the biggest assholes because they always do shit like this. They had Argentina's new flag. Because, by the way, Bibi Netanyahu's cheering for Argentina to win. And then everyone's like, I wonder why everyone hates Argentina. Gee, I wonder. So he says, no le den ideas al gordo mogolico que nos gobierna. So don't give ideas to the fat megalomaniac that governs us.
You heard it here first.
But here's the best. Look at the top. At the very top, who posts it? The president of Argentina.
Oh shit! That's hilarious.
That's hilarious. See,
he reposted. He's as bright as Trump, huh?
Oh, that guy's nuts. He's nuts. So I gave you a bunch.
Antonio Banderas
that was the old one with Antonio. No, I just sent you the other one. The Paraguayan lady. She's fucking nuts.
This one here?
The problem is, between you and me, I have never said anything against France. On the contrary, I stand with France. I studied at a French school from the age of 2 until I was 17, where I completed my education. I am who I am thanks to the College of Immaculée Conception and the education it gave me. Because she was saying shit about him being colonized and drinking from coconuts and all this shit. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of other shit that she said. And so, and I understand. You don't want your country to be painted as solidly racist.
Right.
That's completely understandable.
Right. Oops.
So anyway, she first tried to say that he was being sexist.
Right.
And then she said that her thing was being hacked. But let's put it this way. I didn't find the one about the coconuts. I have to say, it's just so racist, man. It's so racist.
It's human nature to a very large extent. It's human nature. And,
I think it's imprinting.
You know?
It's imprinting through classism.
Yeah.
In the sense that we create this structure where we're all like given little privileges
Mm,
or lack of privileges. So in this way, it's like, well, I don't want to be them because they're poor. So
right,
I want to be closer to where there's money. And
right.
we create this vampire corporate pyramid scheme
Yeah,
and we're feeding on each other. I don't think it has to be this way at all. I don't think it's it I in other words, I don't think it's human nature. I just think it's we got a really fucked up system that we keep indoctrinating generation after generation into it.
right, exactly.
But I'm an optimist.
Right, exactly.
I'm an optimist. And by the way, Messi, he went to the wall twice.
It's like
Oh yeah, baby.
it's just like this is like so obviously this mess
And his security for his wedding? Guess.
idea from sure.
Mossad.
From Mossad, yeah.
They're like, I wonder why they hate us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like what the hell?
I got it out of my system.
Yeah.
I ranted.
I mean even Ireland is like chiming on this comment of Trump talking about um calling Iran scum. It's like, wait a minute.
Wait a second. Was it the Islamic Republic of Japan?
Yeah, that too, yes. It's like what the hell? Like what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, it was disgusting what he said about Iran.
Is this like
Donald Trump called
it's just like I won't play this guy goes on, but I'll play you a little short clip from this here. This guy here.
the Iranians scum.
And they're a bunch of scum. You want to know the truth? They're scum.
It's a powerful word, but it's a word that should never drip from the lips of Donald J. Trump, whose entire life has been a life of scum. A man who excoriates immigrants in a land in which, unless your name is Sitting Bull or Dances with Wolves, you are ipso facto an immigrant. A man who would not even be in the country if it were not for his immigrant mother, who immigrated from Scotland. How Donald Trump can have the balls to call other people scum when his entire life has been hurtling from floozy to floozy, betraying and cheating, robbing, going bankrupt, leaving a trail of honest businesses destroyed when Trump declared bankruptcy, not once, twice, but 6 separate times. And he's calling other people
He's
scum.
going for 7.
He's the president of a 250-year-old country, which was founded on the genocide of the Native American people, and then imported millions and millions of slaves and kept them chained to the plows of the plantations, who impregnated, raped, and otherwise exploited millions of black Africans. 250 years old. And he's calling a country which has been a civilization of force for 3,600 years, he's calling them scum with his own personal behavior and the behavior of the country that he represents. 250 years, 231 of which have been spent at war. Donald Trump called the Iranians scum.
He's right.
He's right.
He's right.
He got roasted.
He's right. Galloway, man. You
Yeah.
remember him when he stood up in the Senate?
Yeah.
Told him it's all a pack of lies. I love Galloway.
They shoot him too? Didn't they like shoot him or something like that, or assault him?
Galloway, yeah, he got attacked. He's been attacked many times.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's had his own problems, but fuck, yeah, it's scummy.
Yeah,
It's scummy.
yeah. It's just, this guy is ruining. I mean, granted, the United States has a troublesome history, but Donald Trump, he's like shining a light to it, but he's shining the light to it in pride. It's like no, don't.
In Dune, right? So Paul is supposed to be this special anomaly,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
Well, Trump is kind of like that, but for all of our fuck ups, it's like the perfect clusterfuck.
right, right.
Boom. Yeah. You know what? What do you do? And it's hard to it's hard for you're never gonna get MAGA people to see it. It's just never unless they do it on their own. They're never gonna see it.
No, when you have institutions of religion, and I'm not saying all Christian churches are doing this, but you know the ones that are on the Bible Belt, the ones that are pro MAGA, when you have pro MAGA ministries, you know, mixing with politics, the people are committed. They're like, hey,
You know I'm gonna wrap this back up to football, right?
yeah, bring it in. We don't talk about sports enough.
Oh, dude,
bring it in.
It's the wildest thing.
Yeah.
So the Brazilian team lost,
Right,
right?
right.
And Brazilian Twitter has been fucking hilarious
Oh,
because
there was a Brazilian.
someone was saying, if you pray like a gringo, you're gonna lose like a gringo.
Right.
You're gonna play like a gringo.
Right.
So now they're saying because of the influx of evangelical Christianity,
Right.
that they've completely ruined the football, the whole football style of Brazil.
Right.
Which, going to your point, they're seeing, and it's true. I mean, both. I would say it's true because of that. There's other factors. They became more Americanized. They start to get rid of the clubs. Kids weren't playing soccer and stuff. Kids are overweight there too. There's a lot of problems with that too. So if you don't have the local clubs where kids are learning how to play, you're not going to get that transference of wisdom and knowledge from the older players,
Right.
amongst other factors. But I thought it was very interesting because they were talking about being Americanized. And I mean, Bolsonaro is like an evangelical Christian.
Right.
And in the United States, the whole evangelical movement has part of its roots through J. Edgar Hoover, the FBI. It was part of the Cold War strategy on how to keep us from going all loopy.
Mhm.
And the outside of the United States, it was to combat liberation theology from the Catholics. So it is a political force used by the government. I was adding to your point, CC. I had to wrap it back to football because I thought it was hilarious. It's like, we're losing because we're not being Catholic anymore. Let's go back to being Catholic.
It seems like there's a war not just on the Muslim religion, but also the Catholics as well. They're getting bombed, right? They're getting bombed. They're destroying a lot of their ancient cities, their ancient texts, their ancient holy sites. And I never understood about Christianity growing up as a Christian is that I was a Jehovah's Witness, right? It was a cult. I'm not gonna try to redeem it in any way. It's a cult, but I don't understand how Christians all read the same Bible, all the different divisions of them, right? All the different layers of Christianity, different denominations. None of them get along. None of them like each other. None of them. It's like, and they all think that the other one's wrong and that only they're going to heaven. It's like, it's not. They're not. They want you to think from the outside that everyone agrees. Every person agrees. Jesus.
It's like different gangs.
It's like different gangs or different political parties, right? It's just like, and one is holier than the other. So it's like, I don't understand that. I never understood. How can you have the same belief? You use the same book, but you have many different approaches and definitions and interpretations to that. I never understood. And then you're going to go around and say these Muslims are bad. It's like, wait a minute.
Oh,
they're doing the same thing. I'm sure they have different divisions of Muslim religions, and some are more extreme than the other, right?
So I grew up Catholic. My mom was not very religious at all.
Right.
At all. Because she'd always tell me, yeah, but the church did this, church did that.
Right.
And there was a component that I grew up understanding that the church itself wasn't just the spiritual.
Right. Oops.
It's a political body.
Yes.
And it became a political body in 313.
Right.
I mean, you have the empire who literally crucifies Jesus.
Keep going. Someone's at my door.
Okay, yeah, no problem. They
keep
literally,
on. Keep talking.
yeah, I'll keep going. So they literally crucify Jesus, and then they turn around and they're like, "Hey, we need a revamp. Let's make this into a state religion." And like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre killer, they take Jesus, take a skin off him. This killer now wears Jesus' skin. It is a brutal empire. It was the excuse for empire when they start to put the cross and use it as a symbol for empire. And really, that's what we're dealing with. And then that fractures into different power structures. The first split is between the Orthodox and the Catholics.
Right.
And
I've been listening.
yeah, between the Orthodox and the Catholics. So I think there's two Christianities.
Right.
Really. There's imperial Christianity, which is all about politics, control, and all that. And then there's the actual Christianity of actually giving a fuck about people.
Right.
Jesus, the person who cares about people, and that's what you should do above all else. But that Jesus is a minority. Do you remember the movie Godfather 3?
Yes. Yeah. Which I liked. A lot of people hated it, but I actually liked it. I thought it was interesting.
Overall, I thought it was definitely the weakest of the three. But there's one scene that won me over.
But it kind of opened up where they could have continued doing more Godfathers with that next generation,
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
looks like that's what they were trying to do. And then I guess the box office didn't match it. So they just
it did.
ended it.
But there's a scene where Michael meets with the guy who's going to be the Pope in the Vatican.
Yes.
And that scene sticks in my head. That's the best scene to me in the entire movie. Because he says, hey, Michael, because he's talking about Christianity and feeling all this sort of guilt, what he did it to his brother and shit going to shit. And he's like, the bishop or whatever he is goes, you see this nut? And he takes it out of the water. He says, yeah, the outside's completely wet. So say that the water is Christianity and this nut is Europe. And then he takes and he cracks it. He says, what do you see inside? It's dry. Exactly. That's been Europe. In other words, it's all around you, right? And it just doesn't fucking seep in. And that's the problem.
Yeah. But I don't understand how all these denominations demonize Catholicism when that is the root, Rome. It's like,
well, I understand. I mean, it's did its shit. I mean, it hunted down people and killed people. I understand that.
All right. But but at the same time, look at like the Song of the Marines, right? From the hills of Montezuma and Tripoli. It's like, wait a minute, you're taking Roman history. That's not even American. It's like they're taking credit for something that predates the United States.
Well, look at that idiot Hegseth with his Crusader tattoo, which is a white supremacist thing.
Yeah.
But let's be honest. He hates Catholics, and Crusaders would have burnt them alive for being a Protestant heretic.
Right.
They were like, fuck this guy. And like that goes for like all these we're British and we want to get rid of all the immigrants in England. And you see them dressed up as Knights Templar. And I'm like, dude, unless you're Catholic,
right,
you'd be seen as a fucking heretic. They'd burn you alive.
And there you go. That's the ignorance of history, right? It's just like,
yeah. But here's the thing: we as Americans tend to think that the Brits are better educated than we are. But when you see stuff like that, you're like, yeah, no, they're not. They're just this fucking stupid.
When I saw Snatch, that opened up my eyes.
Oh man. And I'll be honest with you.
Like that's Britain.
I'll be honest with you. Every place has classism.
Yeah.
And I sometimes sit and I think, shit, I'm trying to think right in my head, would I be able to know someone from Spain, what class they were by the accent they had?
Yeah.
Maybe not the words that they didn't know. You might figure out, okay, they're not book type people.
Right.
But London. Fucking London.
Want to join us? No.
You can find out what class the person is just by their fucking accent.
Yes, exactly.
That is nuts.
Right.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah. We got a guest star here.
Who do we have?
We have Tom Ahern.
Hi, how are you?
Yo, How you doing, Tom?
Good, good, very good.
Good.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
we were just talking about the Catholicism and Christianity and how they don't get along with each other, and
I don't deal with that shit. I'm an atheist.
But you're Irish, so did you grow up Catholic?
I was baptized a Catholic.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't mean I follow that garbage.
No.
You know? I saw it from early on what a bunch of crap this was,
Right.
and the concept of nuns.
Right.
Ever tell you about this one nun that my parents told me about?
No.
They went to a parochial school,
Right.
and during the 1930s and 40s.
Right.
So they had this nun that was a holy terror. Her name was Sister Mary Bertha, and she was into corporal punishment.
Right.
So she was always like bashing your head into the blackboard if you get a fraction wrong, if you wrote it wrong on the blackboard, or she'd crack you over the knuckles with freaking steel edge rulers.
Right.
So my mother and her friends would talk with me. We can never understand why she did that. I said, I know why.
She enjoyed
So
it.
she goes, why? I said, nun, is it None?
Right.
Oh, I said, Mom, why am I telling you this? You're 22 years older than me.
Right.
You didn't figure it out all these?
I think they love the sadomasochism, 'cause
Well,
they used
to
to
me,
torture
they're
us in school.
misguided sadists. This is
Yes,
what
they are. They're
They're
sadist.
Yeah.
misguided sadists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like the saying, "Kill them all, let God sort them out." It was a fucking priest.
I agree.
Yeah, it
Agree.
was a priest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I totally understand. I mean, the churches here are pretty much empty. No one really goes to Catholic
The
church.
thing about the old churches is the architecture. Everything else
Yep.
is who cares,
Beautiful museums.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole mass
The
thing.
Gothic ones, the old Gothic ones, those are nice. Good to look at. Other than that, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what Europe has turned into. What they're actually use them for is mostly concerts now. So to keep
Really?
the church, yeah, like a lot of churches in Paris,
Hilarious.
they use it for So I mean, they got to keep the building from falling apart, right?
Right.
Not only that, but they're worth saving because they're architecturally they're nice.
Yeah, yeah. The architecture is beautiful.
There's one in the town above me, New Britain, Connecticut, and they turned it into a concert venue. It was a Trinity Church or whatever it was. It's old Indiana limestone, Gothic, beautiful.
Oh wow.
Right.
So I'd rather see them do that than just demolish it because it's a nice building.
Yeah. Better, repurpose the building than let it
That
fall
goes-
apart because we can't build that anymore.
No, you can't even afford. You could never get the artisans, the craftsmen, and if you did, you couldn't afford them anyway.
Yeah. Like here, they usually what they do is there's a component of the artisanship in university if you're learning how to be because if you're studying old masonry. So there's always like a small group of them that know how it's made. Because there's been some churches that just got completely decimated by World War I, or say, for example, the fire with Notre Dame. There were some people who were like, okay,
they had to call these people, forth to recreate, to replicate everything.
Yep. So, but they pass that knowledge down, so at least there's a small group of people who know more or less how it was built.
Right.
And that's a whole skill that's lost with this mechanization of stuff, and and it just doesn't produce the same beauty that we once had.
I had this getting back to the religion end of it. I was taking a walk about 3 years ago. I walked for exercise, and it had snowed the day before, but the day I was walking, it was nice out. So I'm walking up this one street, Reservoir Avenue, and I see this woman, and she's shoveling snow out into the street. I thought, what the hell? And I looked at her. I said, what are you doing? She goes, I'm trying to get back at my husband. I said, you're trying to get back at the motoring public. What you're doing is illegal, and I could have the cops cite you for it. Cut the shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I said, what am I waiting for? So she digs in her pocket. She hands me this card. It says Faith Healing Ministries. I said, what's this got to do with you chucking snow on the freaking road? And she goes, have you found Jesus? Why? Is he lost? And then it escalated from there. They were having an ideological, nonsensical battle for like 20 minutes or so. And I'm going to hell. I'm going to burn the lake of fire. The lion is going to lay down with the lamb, all this other crap. So I let her just ramble on. And finally, I said to her, I said, you done? Oh, yeah, good. I said, did it ever occur to you that the Bible was written by people who thought the earth was flat? Or do you believe that too?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then she goes like this. She blesses herself. She does a sign of the cross. That's it. You're on it. Yeah, okay, fine, sweetheart. See you down there. You can't reason with them. You know, you can't make sense when they're all blissed out in this bullshit. And
No.
I just walked away.
Yeah.
And it really runs from a point of fear. Like, you know, that's what's one of the things that they were saying actually about the Brazilian players. They're like, actually, some Brazilian evangelicals were saying, I grew up with everything being evil. Pokemon's evil. This is evil.
Yes,
You never
exactly.
really get to enjoy shit.
For me, it was
Right.
Def Leppard, Batman. What else?
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh yeah.
Kiss.
Okay. Even the book Arkham Asylum, when it came out, I remember they were like, "That looks satanic."
I had an Ozzy tank top the other day on.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I had a picture of a marijuana plant. It's a sweet leaf. My wife and I saw him 10 years ago in concert.
Oh, cool.
Luckily, we saw him when we did because I was on our own.
Was he able to walk back then, or?
He was bouncing around. He was
wow.
really animated. It
Wow.
was just weird. Lucky to have seen him at that point. So I'm walking, and I had this, you know, tank top on,
Great.
and the same idiotic woman I just described. She goes, "Tom," I said, "What?" She goes, "What do you want to work because I like it? You partake of the devil's weed?" I said, "Not anymore." And then she shut up and she said, "Fine, you know, just keep."
The best part is the devil isn't even in there.
Right.
In
Exactly.
the entire book, the only time they mention
You know what all this bullshit is? It's man-made.
It's all
Oh,
made.
yeah.
It's a man-made concept
Yeah.
they
it's
admitted
all-
that they created hell.
manufactured to keep people in line, keep them stupid, keep them scared.
Right.
It's all
It's all
it's
fear.
just bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah. It's no fear. Yeah.
That's
it's-
why I love Dune. Dune is like the perfect. It just shows how religion can manipulate the masses to go along.
That's what it's designed to do.
Yeah.
Keep you scared, stupid. Oh yeah.
Yep, and then you get to lead them. I remember reading the first two books, and the first book, I kind of knew where it was going, but I was thinking, holy shit, this is masterful. Because as you're reading it, you're going, yeah, you go, Paul. And then at the end, you're like, holy shit, this guy's a genocidal maniac. And what he did is he got you to go along the way that most people would go along, arresting their sense of critical thinking.
Yeah.
And I think it's an absolutely brilliant piece of work for that.
Before I continue, what are your political leanings? I was just curious.
I'm very left.
Good. That means I can insult the hell out of Republicans and get away with
Oh,
it.
fucking right. I'm like,
You know, they're into this horse shit. You know, they're bully.
Right.
yeah. Ray knows. Yeah, I'm
Good.
very. I don't care about Republicans.
I can stand them. I can't stand
We
them.
scrape them off our shoe.
Well, it's like
It's like-
I wish I could. I wish we in this world we had a decent debate between right and left, and the decent debate would be like, all right, we need to build a bridge, or we need to build something to facilitate, grown-up things to better enrich ourselves. No, usually it's like, do we have trans signs or trans bathrooms? No, oh my God. And we just, things that are just like, dude, they're people. Yes, they can use the restroom. Now, let's fix the bridges. Let's fix our electrical grid. Let's get shit going so people can eat.
Right.
What's that?
The Republicans will dynamite the bridges.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what it boils down to?
I'll throw
They
a
have no
cargo
use for
ship at it.
They have no use for anyone that isn't them.
Yeah.
They're empathic. They think they're right. They may be on the right, but they're not right.
Right.
Okay. They think they know, and they know shit. I've worked with them. I've been.
Yeah, I agree. And I think they come from very damaged families.
It's obvious. The way they act is pretty obvious.
Yeah. It's very
Especially whenever there's a Republican convention and the Grindr app crashes. And if you're not familiar with that, that's like the homosexual app for hooking up, but
Okay.
every Republican convention or Trump rally that happens, the app. There's so many people using that app in that area, it starts to
It
crash.
starts to crash.
I said
It's
to
an overusage.
I said to one guy, he's a Republican, and a few months ago, I let people bring this up, because then I just put my own 2 cents in. And then they disagree, like, oh, hey, you brought it up. You had your turn, now it's mine. And
Right.
he started going back and forth. He's over there, oh, you're woke. I said, you asshole. Why is everybody that disagrees with you idiots automatically a bleeding heart liberal? I'm a moderate. I'm an
Right.
independent. I don't have a use for either party.
Right.
Fucked for different reasons, both of them. But I
Right.
especially never stand Republicans. I said they're anti-union, anti-environment, anti-labor. What's to like about them? Why do you like these damn people? And above all, what the hell do you see in Cheeto?
Right.
Trump. Why do you like this guy?
They want to be him.
Yeah.
Why would you want to be that? It sucks to be them. They're so
It's
stupid to know they're stupid.
It's
daddy issues.
aspiring to be Emperor Palpatine or Darth Vader.
Aspiring to do.
I would liken it to the high school bully
Yeah.
that has his
That's
entourage.
us.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's like, why are you hanging out with him? I don't know.
Jocks, bullies, they make the best cops.
Yep, that's pretty much it. So it's sad to sort of reduce it down to high school that way, but
They never
where we are.
mentally graduate, these people. They're stuck on 14
They're
years
stuck on
old
that, yeah.
forever. I used to work with this one guy. He was a Korean War vet. And this guy was like the father of all assholes. He was a freaking diehard Peckerwood right to the core. And one time, he was always trying to prove how supposedly tough he was. He says, come on, let's go. I said, what? He says, come on, let's arm wrestle. I said, come on, just go sleep it off, right? Come on, what are you, a pussy? I said, no, I'm not. But I said, you know what? This is what you want. So we went at it. And he gave me a good tussle, but I ended up beating him. And I dislocated his shoulder. He said, oh, wow. I said, you wanted this. I said, you're lucky I don't do more.
right.
Lucky I don't snap your arm off and shove it up your ass. You're going to pay the bill. Fuck you, I am. You want?
I would like to say that the right wing is different outside of the country, but they're all the same. They all got daddy issues.
Varying degrees are all the same.
Yeah, they're all the same. It's like, how about we try to make the world a little less painful as we're living on this fucking planet, at the time that we have. So,
well, as I said, they think they're right, and they have no use for anybody that isn't them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
They know everything, and they know nothing.
I agree.
We've been to
Tell us what you really think, Tom.
Yeah. Don't hold back. Until Republicans, what I really think. Then it gets interesting. We've been to a bunch of the protests, the No King State things and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I made a couple of signs. And I have one, which I don't know if I showed you. I showed you the destroyer holding up Cheeto.
Yes.
Meanwhile, in an alternate reality. So this one guy goes by, and of course you're going to get, people that disagree with you, which I expected. But they're nasty about it. They're absolutely miserable, nasty about it. One guy, he goes, you people suck, you people. MAGA. I said, maggot. And the guy just looked at me and just drove away. He didn't say anything else.
I always thought it was funny that for the evangelicals and the right wing to always be obsessed with witchcraft,
Yes.
that they choose the acronym MAGA, which in Latin means witch.
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
In
does.
several
It's
languages.
like, you guys are morons.
Magician or,
That's
or
they're
witch
too stupid to know they're stupid.
or
No,
warlock.
it's stupid. Or someone's pulling a fast one on them, which is kind of funny, actually.
I
It's
think
easy to do 'cause you're
Trump
dumb.
might be a warlock the way he's.
What can you say about him?
Oh, when you said warlock, I got this weird sort of Trump in a Doctor Strange outfit that did not look good in my mind. Thanks, Ray. A little bit of fat rolling out from underneath the shirt.
Just a little, huh?
Just a little. A beautiful posture of his.
With dookie stains on the back end, right?
Oh man, I just Just the stupid shit that, and see, they all have the same stupid shit everywhere in terms of the right. They hate immigrants. They
They hate
want to cut
everybody.
women's rights.
Mhm.
They hate minorities. They
They
want
don't
to
like
cut
dealing with that.
taxes.
This is the bottom line. If you're
Yeah.
not them, they have no use for you.
Right.
Which
Right.
is fine with me because it sucks to be them.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And
they're
they don't even like them.
Yeah.
You know, that's the other thing. They don't even like each other.
They don't. They don't like each other.
You
Well,
know?
if you're full of so much hate, obviously you're self-loathing. I mean, what else can you say? You know, they. But as you brought up, they must have, excuse me, had interesting childhoods. You know, and how else can you describe these people? You probably had ultra disciplinarian, authoritarian parents that beat the fuck out of them, punished them in God knows how many different ways.
Right.
Did whatever else to them, who knows?
Right.
So, yeah.
Hey, when I was baptized, they dunked me twice because my foot went up.
If they ever tried that with me, if they ever tried that with me, I think, well, actually they did. No wonder the water started to boil. They put me near it.
He's kind of floating. He won't go down. His foot's up in
Put
the
your
air.
hand on the
He's a
Bible.
witch.
He's
put
a
your hand-
witch. He's floating.
And they said, put your hand on the Bible. I said, the fucking person to flame.
And the best is like people like Peter Thiel, his obsession with the Antichrist.
Right.
And he's like, anyone who's against AI is the Antichrist. And I'm like, all right, I've read this stupid book. Right? Nowhere in the book does it mention computers.
No, exactly. And basically, they interpret it to whatever they feel necessary.
Yeah, but there's got to be a range, dude.
Right,
There's
right.
no computers.
Yeah, like in 20 years, the Antichrist will be AI, right? And it'll be like, you
No,
know,
you're against AI. You're
Yeah.
the Antichrist.
oh God.
I'm like, and Peter Thiel looks like, I don't know, he looks like a melted candle. Like if you look at him, he's like, and of course, he's moved himself down to Argentina,
Yeah.
where all the good Nazis go to.
Exactly.
I was going to say that was a Nazi go-to place for years, forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that little town there. But yeah.
Confederates too, by the way.
Yeah.
Both
Really?
there in Brazil. Yeah, that was a hangout for them.
Good
So
place.
I don't know. I just don't get them.
I have relatives that are, they live right in the Bible Belt. They live in Tennessee.
Mm.
And they kept saying, why don't y'all come down and visit? I said, all right. So this is back in 1981.
All right.
I went down there and I can't say I had any trouble, but I came close one time because my Uncle Glenn, who was alive at the time, he's showing me Music Row. I didn't care about any of that. I just wanted to see Elvis's Cadillac. So we go to the museum, go to the Ryman Auditorium, Grand Ole Opera, all this other crap. Then he said to me, well, I've seen all this before. I'm going to be down yonder at that bar. You can catch me over there. I said, all right. So I was walking in Elvis's Cadillac for another 10 minutes. And then I went down the street to the bar where he said he was going to be at. So I go in there and I didn't see him, but there's two rooms. There's the main bar room. Then there's this other room off to the side where they're like shooting pool. So I'm looking around and I didn't see him in the beginning. And one the bartender says to me, what do you have there, buddy? I said, give me a rum and coke. And all of a sudden the place just like, everybody's looking at me like I have three heads, right? What did I say? And then I realized, ooh, I don't talk like them. I don't have a mouthful of marbles. What are they thinking? This
What's a rum and coke?
big goddamn rebel, freaking Clint Walker sized rebel gets up from the bar, and I'm there like looking at the guy. He's like, where y'all from? I said, Connecticut. Where the hell's that? Then all the other asshole pecker would start rising from the bar. I thought, okay, anybody know Glenn Bryant? How y'all know Glenn? Then my Uncle Glenn comes from the back room and goes, get away from my kid, you dumb pecker. That's my kid. Oh, shoot, Glenn, we didn't know who you were kidding. You're like, what a bunch of gaping assholes these people. Just still fighting the Civil War ideologically. And by the way, they're taught down there that they won.
Right.
They are taught that.
Right.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
They
sure.
are. And the funny part is that all the rich people who didn't end up fighting because it was all the poor people they sent to the front lines.
It's never thus. Still is.
You will never see the rich Southerners with a stupid Confederate flag. It's always the poor Southerners.
Poor
It's
dumb
like-
asses. Oh, yeah.
You got fucking hat.
They got duped so bad they're still duped.
The other weird thing I saw was the next day we went to Mammoth Caves in Kentucky.
Mhm.
So on the way there, we're like on the border of Tennessee and Kentucky, and there's this lake. So my uncle, my aunt, my two cousins, they pull next to it, and they're looking at me laughing. I go, well, what's so funny? And they go, look over yonder. So I look over there, and there's these people. They're in the lake, and one's dunking somebody's head into the freaking water. I was like, what is this shit? And
Where's my money?
for me, in any case, I said, what are they doing? And they're having a river baptism or whatever. I said, what? I never saw anything like that. You don't see shit like that up here.
Mm.
And weirder than that, though, is another guy, and he was on land, and he's jabbing something into his arm. I said, what's that guy doing? He's got a pine rattler, a pretty damn poisonous snake, and he's repeatedly jamming it into his arm. I said,
Oh yeah.
I said, is this guy nuts? What the hell is he
The
doing?
Christians with the snake
Right.
handlers.
But he was the reason that they said to me why he was doing this is
Mhm.
because, well, if he dies from the snake's venom, that means he doesn't have enough faith. I said, I got news for you. He's going to freaking die anyway. You're jamming a venomous snake in your arm? How much can you do? I said, can we go now? This is just too weird for me. It's a different world on there. It really is.
It really is.
Good.
I honestly believe, guys, the United States could be easily 4 countries.
Oh, easily.
Yes.
It's easily 4.
By the way, if you go to the Midwest, that's the South with a different accent.
Yeah,
Same thing. Same idiot redneck mentality.
right.
Same thing.
Oh yeah, random. So you get some of the East Coast stuff or West Coast, but sometimes you get the full-on in-your-face Southern stuff where you're like, where the fuck did this come from?
Exactly. It's like an alien concept, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I didn't like it down there because not just for the things I described, but those accents start grating on me after a while. Well, the one thing I did like on there was this one young lady who was a friend of my cousin Denise's. Her name was Jamie.
Mhm.
Oh my God, what a gorgeous woman.
Mhm.
And down there, nobody seems to knock on doors. They just walk in, you know?
You're right.
And so wherever they're talking, we're sitting at the kitchen table. And all of a sudden, this vision of loneliness walks in. I'm there. Yeah, I wonder at the she looked like freaking. You remember that chick on Hee-Haw?
Right.
Ganilla,
Right.
freaking blonde. She was just absolutely gorgeous. And what really got me, she was a nice person. That's
Right.
something you don't find in a person with looks.
Right.
Usually,
Right.
they know what they look like and they use that.
Right.
And she seemed unaffected and unspoiled. I was just amazed.
Right.
And I thought, why the hell is 1,000 miles separate us? But you know, what can I do? But she's her, hi, I'm Jamie, and they're good. Boing.
Oh man, something that they don't talk about. I read a few years ago. I read a book called it was by a woman by the name of Nancy Eisenberg. She's a professor, called White Trash: The 400-Year History of Class in the United States. It's a must-read book. But when Grant gets down there, he writes back. I believe it was Grant. It was one of the generals. But I'll go with Grant. He writes back to command saying, you know, things are pretty bad for black people down here, but the conditions of poor whites down here is like, it's an abysmal class system. And a lot of people don't know that the Freedmen Bureau wasn't just to help poor black people, but it also helped poor whites in the South. This is something that's not talked about because the conditions were pretty bad for white Southerners. I mean, it wasn't chattel slavery,
Right.
but I mean, the Appalachians up until the 60s, they were eating clay.
Really? And each other.
You know where else is like that? You know where else is like that?
Cannibalism.
Go to Maine.
Mhm.
Same thing.
Really? Wow.
Northern white. It's northern. It's like Appalachian North. It's the same thing. Just the
Wow.
accent is different. I found this out when a friend of mine, his family, and they're originally from Maine. They're from a town called Lincoln, which is like kind of like north central. But the further you go into Maine, the weirder it gets because you get all this inbreeding. Just like the South, same thing, different accent.
Yeah.
My friend's mother kept saying, we went on a trip up there for a weekend and they invited me to go on. She kept saying what a beautiful house her brother, Uncle Red, had. I was like, oh, okay. So the way she was describing, I was envisioning this thing looked like Terra Plantation from Gone with the Wind. And she kept saying it was a beautiful place. Well, so we get off 95 and we're going in these like freaking dirt roads. I mean, it's a serious amount of rural poverty up there, tons of it.
Yeah.
In these houses that don't even look habitable.
Mm-hmm.
And we drove by one of them. And there's all these junked out cars in the yard, and this broken windmill, and this house that, again, like I said, didn't look habitable. And there's these two kids playing out in front. They had burlap bags on. I mean, okay, it was the summer, but burlap bags. They didn't have freaking clothes. And I got a good look at the girl. One green eye, one blue eye. I said, "Oh, I know what goes on up here." And just looked at us like this, like a couple of zombies. So then we went up all these other dirt roads, and again, by this really abysmal, rural poverty.
Yeah.
And we go up this one road, and we stop at this house that was a little bit better than the others, but not too much. So I'm over there. What are we stopping at this dump for? Guess where we were? Uncle Red's house. So
It's all perception. Really, it really is. And
I
it's
going by what she told me.
Right.
yeah.
She told me it was like slightly better than these dumps that I went by.
Right.
And she said, "This is Uncle Red's house. This is God." All right, okay,
Yeah,
fine.
like,
I
okay,
apologize. I apologize, even though I didn't mean it, but I apologize.
Yeah.
We get out of the car, we take our luggage out of the car. We're going up to the house, and this guy comes out. You ever see, again, I referenced that TV show, Hee-Haw. You ever see Junior Samples? This guy looked like Junior Samples, but with
Sundays at
less
6
teeth.
a.m.
Big freaking fat guy overalls. And he's got this can of beer. They go, "What's this fart?" I was like, "Glass." "How you doing, by Jesus?" So then we go in the house, and as we enter the house, this chicken flies out of the house. Not the barn, but the house. I mean, we're ducking. He's going, I think
Dinner just left.
that's what she said. She goes, "Oh, by Jesus, there goes Zappa. Oh, my, what you going to do?" Uncle Red's wife. Okay, so we go in the house, and just it smelled like a bag of assholes. It stunk. It was freaking to the ceiling, just awful.
Oh, damn.
For the place, and I said, "I got to stay in this shit for a weekend." And then Uncle Red sits down in the chair in front of the kitchen table, and he goes like this. And his sister, my friend's mother, goes over. "How you doing, eh?" She plants a big wet one on his lips. It's her brother and sister now. And he goes, "By Jesus, Cindy, ain't felt these in a while." Seriously. I mean, like, if I had false teeth, it would have been on the floor.
Oh, damn.
What the hell?
Damn.
Yeah. So it's
Damn.
what there. It's the same thing. Just
Yeah. Poverty, poverty's poverty. And
yes, you get white trash anywhere.
Right.
yeah, like we almost think that it's like outside of the country somewhere, but we haven't dealt with the poverty inside.
There's
the
another
country.
place it is, and it's also not all rural.
Right.
Yeah.
You can go in any town, you can go in any city or suburb, you still get it.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
all over.
Yep. And it's here's where I find that the Democrats, or whichever party that considers itself left, because the Democrats really aren't, they're corporate, but
Yeah.
no one's doing the job. And see, something that my mom used to say to me all the time. She said, "Honey, I remember when they used to talk about the working class, not the middle class."
Right.
And there's a very big difference between my mom, since passed away. She was like 87 or so.
Yeah.
And here we are. We don't talk about the working class. And the working class is a very broad gamut. It includes the middle,
Right.
from the high middle and everybody else. So there's this whole swath of people that are very easy then to fall into the Republican side because no one else is paying attention to them.
Right.
It shows up in Appalachia.
They don't gravitate to one, they'll gravitate to the other.
Right.
To help them.
Right. Whoever pays them attention, because they're not being attended to.
No.
So
Right.
that doesn't excuse some of their racist shit and stuff, but I understand how
They're
it
ignorant
gets.
people. They're ignorant, very limited people.
Yeah. And then you don't get to. It's so segregated because when I was a kid, I lived in Kansas, and Kansas is fucking segregated as fuck. And oh man,
Midwest.
if you don't grow up with each other, it's easy to feed stereotypes about each other.
Right.
You know,
Very true.
and I think that's the big bridge to get there. But I really don't see the corporate Democrats doing any of that. They're very much about like, oh, let's try to win over, I don't know, Mark Zuckerberg. Right? It's like, fuck you. we got people to feed. We got things to fix. We got to get the country back up and running. Like,
As long as it isn't them, they don't care.
Right.
they don't care. Yeah.
They're then there for them, and that's it.
In the job you have,
Everything
that
else is smoke and
nobody
mirrors.
wants to talk about the actual issues or problems that are existing. They just want to follow their agenda. As long as we get through their agenda and what we have to do, that's our problem. So it's almost like the
Until it affects
administration is
them.
right, exactly.
And
Until
only
they-
until it affects them.
until they get a tire slashed or
Right.
something like that.
Something happens to them. It's like, oh my God. what
Right.
just happened?
Yeah, that's can't be that way, you know.
I used
And a
to,
lot of people in Appalachia voted for Obama because a lot of them thought he was going to improve things for them. And a lot of people, from what I read, felt certain resentment. They voted for him twice, by the way.
Mhm.
That's the crazy part.
I only voted for him once.
I think I was the
After
year
that
after
was Joe Stein. I was like,
right. Yeah. I wasn't surprised that he turned into an imperial man. No one gets to the helm of power without being
Without compromising with yourself.
right.
Come what you behold.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of guys years ago when they were younger and I was younger, they wanted to get into politics. They're all full of ideals. I said, you guys aren't going to get far. I knew even then.
yeah,
You're not going to get far. You either play ball their way or you don't get anywhere.
right.
Yeah, right.
They learned.
Yeah.
They
Like-
became they beheld.
Yeah. Even FDR, because he was from their class and he was a class traitor. Even he had to compromise with the Dixiecrats on a lot of bullshit.
Sure.
You know, so that just comes part and parcel, but
Exactly.
it comes with the game.
Right.
Politics is not distinguished by virtue.
Mhm.
No, it's not. It's not.
Never was, never will be.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. For the rest of us, we have to figure out how we can community-wise organize, and it's like you have the show of what's called the government, and then you have the community that has to figure out how to do shit.
Right.
That that's the other thing. So
You know what gets me is the Republicans kowtow to Trump. Don't they realize that he's one guy and they're many? They
Right.
outnumber him.
Right.
Why do they defer to him?
He's got the
He's got what?
Netanyahu's got the PP tape on him, and then
Okay,
he's got
but
the
what
tapes on them.
yeah, but yet two can play at that game though. What do we got on you, asshole?
Right.
well, I think it's the donors.
In files too, so a lot of them.
I think it's the donors. I think they know that they'll pull the money on them.
Yeah.
So Trump has whatever powerful donors on the Republican side in his pocket
Mhm.
or backing him because he's giving them the world. I mean,
Right.
they're pulling off shit that
Right.
in our faces too. It's just
They're
like
blatant about it these days. They don't even care. It's like,
They don't
what are
care.
you going to do about it?
I mean, he's even got Saudi money coming in, so he's got money from all different directions.
he openly called up FIFA to have a red card reversed.
I know, it's so
Like-
ridiculous.
I'm not going to say that European football or football as a sport is not corrupt because it's corrupt as fucking fuck.
Well, they're all sports are.
But usually it's kind of like you call up and then you're like, oh, that red card just got changed. I don't know how that fucking happened. He has a press conference going, yeah, so I called them up.
Really? So they actually listened to him?
No, he came out in a press conference saying, yeah, I watched the game. I know a lot about sports, knows nothing about football. I thought it was unfair, so we called FIFA and had it reversed.
Now, what the
Did you,
hell?
did you ever see such a conceited sack of shit in your life?
You know?
He's unbelievable.
No,
I mean,
it's
the reason he
cartoonish.
Marshmallow the other day is because he's envisioning his stupid face up there.
Oh, God.
They put his face up there. They start calling him Mount Trashmore.
Yeah, he's always talking some shit.
They should
He's
name him.
always talking shit.
They put his face on there. I'm leaving the country
Oh.
He
forever.
wants his face on the 20.
A lot of people are leaving. That's probably why you
I
left
hope
the country.
not. What they should do is put him on a $3 bill. That's what they need to put him on.
And he wants his face on Mount Rushmore.
On toilet paper.
Right.
So we can
Yeah.
wipe glasses.
You could do that
his
with
face.
You can actually buy that on Temu.
Yeah, good. I think I will.
exists.
I bet you that's a hot seller.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
Well, we promised a shorter show. We've been going for about an hour and 35 minutes.
Well, it was entertaining.
All right. Always fun.
It's always fun. So, Miguel, it was great. If you guys haven't read Miguel's books, Samurai Elf, Volume 1 and Volume 2.
You can probably find it in the secondary market.
Do I hand illustrate these?
Yeah, these are his, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Check them out. And thank you all for joining us. Read comics, but life is not just about comics.
Angry old men.
Yes. 3 angry old men.
You're great to be. This is nice.
Signing off. Episode 41's in the can. Smash that like button, right, Miguel?
Smash, smash, smash. And subscribe.
Subscribe.
The apocalypse is coming. Are you scared? Are you prepared? The masses are running, frantically running from their fears, running with their tears, running from their lives, running from that dark shadowed creature that hides